Shot selection and strategy can sometimes seem like scary topics and difficult to teach. Today we're going to look at the best shot selection template I've ever encountered. It's called the DNO Theory. Hi, my name is Paul Dale and welcome to my tennis instruction series. I've watched thousands of matches over the years, and even today some matches catch my eye and I stop and watch. What always catches my attention is when one player in the match is changing gears. What I mean by changing gears is one player is going from offense to defense or defense to offense seamlessly and seems to know the appropriate shot for every occasion. Whenever I see a player changing gears, I know I'm looking at a great player in the future. So, if you want to develop players with great shot selection, let's dive in. Let's start by looking at DNO's 2 essential rules and how they guide great shot selection. Where a player's feet are positioned relative to the baseline determines whether they're on offense or defense. If your feet are positioned behind the baseline, then you're in defensive mode. This is not the time to go for too much or try big shots. If your feet are positioned over the baseline, then you're in offense and you can be more aggressive and try to take more risks. Rule number 2 concerns the height that you make contact with the ball. Any ball contacted above the white band of the net is offense. Any ball contacted below the white band of the net is defense. So the trick is to picture an imaginary white line running parallel all the way through the court. So any ball you contact above the white band of the net, you need to be more aggressive, while any ball below the white band, you need to be more conservative. The N in DNO stands for neutral, and neutral occurs when you combine offense and defense together. An example is if you come to net and your feet are inside the baseline, which is offense, but the ball comes below the white band of the net, you've been neutralized. Likewise, if you play a high deep ball off the baseline, the two conditions combine to make neutral. Whenever you're in neutral, don't go for too much. Respect the ball and adapt accordingly. As I mentioned earlier, great shot selection is about changing gears and being aware of whether you're in defense, neutral, or offense. Very soon, this process of analyzing each ball becomes effortless and instinctive. By understanding and applying the DNO theory, your players will improve their shot selection dramatically. Thank you for watching, and I hope you can make DNO an integral part of your tennis IQ. Check out my tennis instruction videos for more mental training and strategy.